You already know. Alright, back to the part 2 of my story of being with my experience of being married to this man. So anyway, I left off at having a baby. I had my oldest child. So we had a daughter. Then what happened after that? It really wasn't doing too good though. He really wasn't like contributing. He'll be like off and on working. The thing is, he's talented. So what happened was he would be like getting jobs in the yard where he might make $800 or $1,000 and stuff like that. But then he want to turn around and blow it. Or we behind hell about 2 months. So by the time you make your $800 and $1,000, we screwed. That's all going to some kind of rent, groceries, and everything else. So he didn't get it, and he didn't have the discipline. So that's what the problem was. So anyway, moving forward. So I had her in 05. Then we ended up living close to his family again, and my family too. That live in the part of my family that live in Georgia. So anyway, had her. Then my mom was incarcerated at the time, so she needed a place to parole to. So she paroled to my house. I let her parole to my house. So, because she had been gone like, I think 3 years or so. Shout out to Pulaski State Prison. But anyway, at this time, this is what I was going through. So she, because she wasn't there for me when I had the baby, you know what I'm saying? But when I got out, she came home and helped me out with that. Still struggling, but she was improving though. So anyway, but she, strong, hard-working woman. My mom was she was a hard-working woman. She just died in November 9th, 2022. So I'm going to keep on giving her a shout out because this is still new to me. This is her spot. She's like to be out here. But back to the story. Okay? So, okay, y'all. This is really going to be like, oh, I know he did not. So anyway, my mom, you know, she's more of she likes females. So she's more like the more dominant type person. So it's kind of hard for her to be in the house with somebody who ain't doing right, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, he was trying to do all right or whatever, and she trying to make it work, but he ended up getting into it with his niece. That's what happened. He getting into his niece, and meanwhile, he had not been paying none of his probation from my case that happened. Let's reverse now. That happened when he came and bust all the windows out and he got out of jail and I ain't seen him for 2 years. That case. He had been paying his probation. So, probation folk came up and got him. He had a warrant. And the girl, his niece, knew it because he had worked on her car. She had like a pink Caprice, box Chevy. And he had worked on her car. So, working on her car, I guess he took a radio out of there or something. And, people like to have the 215s in the back. He took a radio out of there. I ain't know nothing about what was going on with their dealings, but he took a radio out of there and sold it because in his version to me was that she owed him and she wasn't paying. I believe she probably was, now that I know more, you know what I'm saying? But that was their deal. He was working on her car in the backyard. So come to find out, that she had gone ahead and put a warrant on him. And they already had a warrant on him. So now they know his location. I did not know he had never paid his probation because I wasn't with him for 2 years. So I'm thinking that's something he handled. Nope. So anyway, they come pick him up, take him to Fulton County jail. And he ended up doing like, I want to say 96 months, something like that. And so now it's me and my mom. That's the dynamic right now in the house. It's just me and her. We got it on lockdown, and my baby. So therefore, he goes. Probation took him back because they don't play about that. I'm telling you, ladies, you get your TPO and a PTO. It's a temporary restraining order. Then it turns into like a long time one. You know what I'm saying? Because if they violate that first one, then it turns into a PTO from now on. It ain't temporary no more. You know what I'm saying? But you got to convert it, and you can't be acting like you don't know nothing, like doing stupid stuff like I did, like taking them back and doing entertaining. Can't entertain them, you know what I'm saying? Oh, that's how you die, okay? Or you get your shit fucked up, like my stuff got messed up. My windows in my car got busted out, and I'm still I'm talking about baby like 3-year intervals. It wasn't like I was talking to him back to back to back to back. But I'm not gonna make no excuse because I had to be accountable for what my part was in it and what part I play here that I need to handle. So therefore, counseling is very important. I believe in that. So therefore, I am healed in a lot. But you still be wounded, but I'm healed where I understand my weaknesses and my codependencies about people being in my life. You don't have to be in my life. That's why I stand on it now. And I've been alone. I'll be alone all the time. It's not a big thing. I don't have to have a man. It was just that I was ready to be married and have my kids. I took vows, so I'm gonna try to work them out. So I thought. So anyway, moving forward. Okay, now he's in Perry, Georgia at that time. He got sent down to a probation camp. So he gets out. When he gets out, 6 months later, he was working a job again, because he always get hired anyway, because he know how to do a lot of stuff. Now he working a job again, but him and my mama getting into it, so that made him go right back to jail. He had to go right back to jail, because we had you come home sex. I made my second baby. Next thing you know, him and my mama fighting, and now he gone again. This time he was gone not that long. I want to say like 3 or 4 months, something like that. It's hard to keep up, but he was gone again. So most of our relationships, he be locked up. You know what I'm saying? Or we not together. Like we together, but we're not together. You know what I mean? Or I'm leaving, and which is a dynamic that he saw in his own family. His mother used to leave a lot. You know, based off what he told me. So she would leave, and so he thought that was okay. So you can't be with somebody who think that's okay. And I'm playing the games too, because I really don't want to be with you, but then I'm showing the same pattern that he was raised in. That the lady just get mad and leave. She'll be back. She'll be back. She love me. I don't care if it take 2 years. She'll be back. And that's the kind of stuff when a person they don't get it. They still thinking that you belong to them. I belong to you, I belong. I give all my love to every time I see your face. But no, it's not a joking matter. But moving forward. So, he get out eventually again. So it's like it's basically like a year. We not really together, you know what I'm saying? But I'm married to him. And I made another baby when he came home. For that one little, 2-3 months he was at home. I had not my second child. So, moving forward, we do that. I have my second one. This is where it switches up a lot for me. So my second one, it really was like, I was working. I feel like I worked too hard with that second one. I'm like, God, you ain't gonna help me. I ended up having to came and be on my full 6 weeks, because he back to want to play games, want to play in the street. Meaning that he want to go skateboard, he want to hang with his friends, he want to, buy dipping tobacco and stuff like that. That's all the person was doing. Because he came home, he would just be doing stupid stuff. He want to spend his money on himself. Buy some, what's them shoes? Them skateboard shoes. That's in style now. But anyway, that's what he was doing. So I can't take that. It's really irritating to me. Because here I am working hard. And I didn't get a chance to heal as well, because I just had my baby. So then I left and went to Chicago. I went home. I left in the middle of the night. I do not announce when I leave. So that's probably one of the reasons why I stay alive. I do not announce my leaving. I just dip. I hook it up where you thinking that we straight. You know what I'm saying? I done made dinner and everything. And then I left. So I left, and I was gone probably like 6 months. I was in Chicago. Then I was meeting oppositions up there as far as who gonna help me watch the children while I try to work, because I don't have no hard time working, baby. That's not the problem. So at the same time, I was a licensed cosmetologist, and at that time that was what I was holding on to. So anyway, I'm up there with my family. They're trying to put words on, give me some encouragement, tell me how to, you don't need to be in this, which I did not want to be in it, but I needed somebody to watch. I needed help, and I needed to play. It just wasn't comfortable. So, and I'm kind of like a big control freak. So I ended up coming back, give him one more chance, because now we got 2 kids. One more chance. could give me one more okay, one more chance. This is the last chance right here though. Gave him a chance. This is a 08. 08 gave him a chance. While I was in Chicago, my shout out to my godmother's mother, Miss Verdi Willis. She's so smart. She said, "Baby, you left the man and you go back to him. You're gonna have to pay for that." I was like, "What?" She's like, "No, you're gonna pay for that now. You're gonna pay for that." And I didn't understand the full spectrum of what pay for that is. Okay, so when I come back, give him one more chance. I came back. I was here like 3 months, and it was on Memorial Day, I think. He just got drunk and started snatching all my clothes off, and he raped me. Yes, he raped me in my marriage in front of my child. So I said, okay, I know I'm finna get this. So he raped me, and he threatened to bite my nose if I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying, stop. So I'm like, God, leave. So anyway, fast forward, I eventually got out this relationship. I got a restraining order again. Here they come. Now, ladies, they don't want to babysit you. So here I am in a marriage now, talking about restraining the same person that I wasn't married to about 5 years, prior, or 8 years prior. Because I ended up being married like almost 10 years. But like, mind you, we saw them gaps we had, like he was going to jail and stuff, or whatever. So he ended up I ended up restraining order. They came, the sheriff came and removed him from the home. Shout out to Fulton County one-stop shop. My mom was big instrumental in helping me with that, because I did a restraining order. I didn't know where to start, and I was kind of embarrassed. But women don't ever be embarrassed, because you want your life. You know what I'm saying? You did it one time and messed up. You don't have. You can forgive always forgive you. You gotta live with you. Forgive yourself and then move forward. Okay, that's my advice. I don't know everything, as you could tell, but anyway. So got a restraining order. Fulton County here in Georgia, they had a place where you go get your restraining order. You can file for your divorce. I filed for my divorce restraining order, and I had to go to the sheriff's office on the 9th floor at that time. This is 08. So I did all that, and they come serve him. And let me tell you something. The thing about how they serve like 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, they sneak a link. You know what I mean? So I'm in the room. I probably had just had sex with them, probably, just trying to calm them down, let them know I ain't did nothing today, sneaky. Next thing I know, somebody at the door. He so damn nosy, so he jump up, go to the door. They're like, Leon, come on out here. And then that's what happened. So he ended up getting removed from my apartment at the time. I had an apartment. Shout out to Fulton County, and shout out to the restraining order people. Don't play with it though. One more time. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Because, I dropped the ball, but they forgave me. They said, all right, Miss K, now, it seemed like you already had one before. Now you got here again by the same person. They whooped my butt. So, anyway, this time, I'm talking like they, gave me a little chastising. The judge did, and I deserve it. Because I'm down there wasting administration time and everything else, filing restraining orders and stuff. So, this one I stand on. I still stand on. I don't fool with it. So, that was that. So, they removed him. And then this is where I'm about to talk about the case that you all see online concerning me. So this is what happened. So he got removed. I'm done. He thinking that I'm not done, right? Because I didn't took him back a couple times. So he's just waiting it out. I left a toothbrush over there. I left a wallet. I left a piece of sock. He trying to send the family over there to pick up, the lint on the floor, so I left 2 pieces of lint on the floor, I'm like, all right, whatever, get your stuff. So on January, I think around January the 2nd or the 3rd, that fool bust through my window. He bust through my window in my apartment complex on the 2nd floor. He climbed up a utility closet that would hold like your utilities. Now I ain't heard from him. I was just warned. Somebody did drop something in my ear, say, I think he been coming to your house. You need to be careful. So that day I went and got me a firearm. You know what I'm saying? Which is going to come up in this story. So that day I went and got me a firearm. Because it was like New Year's, because everybody was buying guns that day. And I went to the pawn shop and got me a gun, because I had been warned that he had been coming back. So I went and got me a gun. And didn't get the gun. So anyway, I went and got a gun. So that's how I know. about 2, like, it wasn't long, about 2-3 days later, he come through the window. You know what I'm saying? And that traumatized me because I witnessed my cousin husband come through the window on her when I was like 5 or 6 years old. So it's like a repeated thing going on. You know, so you gotta pay attention to what you let your kids see, and how make sure you have counseling. Shout out to Families First down here in Georgia. They did counseling with my children right after this event that I'm telling you about now. So anyway, he come through the window, he catched. I realized I hear glass breaking. I'm like, oh my God, because he come through my kids' window, but my kid was in the bed with me. My mother was at the time, because we trying to stay protected. So my mother was spending the night. She was in the front living room, and I'm in the rear part of the apartment complex my apartment I was in at the time. So when he come through, he back there with me. So I'm like, oh my God, he in the house. I'm hollering to my mom. So she run out the door. Then I'm running out the door too. But then I thought about it. I said, darn it, my kids are in here. And I didn't want to be a hostage situation, because I don't know what, he looking crazy. I don't know what his mind is at. You know what I'm saying? Because mind you, he had got removed in 08, December 08. He come through the window in January, okay? Talking at, you know, making like, you gonna be with me. And eyes looking crazy and stuff. So he some kind of way, he clotheslined me. And then he kind of hit me in the head and hurt my head real bad. And so then next thing I know, he let me go and go after my mom. And then now this is making it to the parking lot of the apartment complex. This is running out our apartment. So nobody know we down there. He done broke in, because he came through the back of the apartment complex. He came through a back window. So we running, you know what I'm saying? And I realized, I said, man, fuck that shit. I'm feeling, now it's time to get the gun. So I go get the gun that I just purchased. So I went back to the room, go get the gun, because now I see him with my mom. The second time now, they already had an argument before. Now you want my mama. But I'm not with you. And I filed for divorce already. I'm walking along. I'm walking. So when I say I'm walking, I mean I'm walking my life away from you. So I'm going to get the gun, come back. I don't see my children though. So I'm like, where my children at? Okay, so I go get the gun. My neighbor, they see me. They asked me, you need help. She was a Spanish girl. She's the only person who can speak English, because her mama and them didn't speak English. She was like, you need help? I like, yes. And so when he ran back up, I cocked it like that, and it jammed. Jammed like a pawn shop. It jammed. He froze like this. He like, oh my God, oh shit, she finna shoot me. I said, I showed damn man, you with my mama, and you acting a whole damn monkey fool coming through this window. I don't fuck with you no more. And that's what it was. So he ran back. He took the gun. And then he ran back to my bedroom, and I ran over to the next apartment. He ran back to my bedroom, went in there and stole my keys to the truck I was driving at the time. So now he got my truck. Now he on high speed chase. So I'm calling 911. And like, I didn't see my children, but they were hiding. You know what I'm saying? One of them was like, oh my God, probably like 8 months. Mind you, I had just had her in 07. No, she wasn't a year yet. She hadn't turned a year. Yeah, she's like maybe a year. That's about it. She about a year. So my baby was a year, and my oldest was like about to be 4, but she wasn't 4 years, so she was like 3. They're 2 years apart. So I'm like, okay, this shit getting crunk up. So anyway, ladies, men can cost you a lot of money. That's why I like being single, because this right here, you know, at the end of the day, they eventually, he got away. They didn't catch him. He was on the run for, oh my God, let me see. So I'm in fear, you know what I'm saying, living in my place. They caught him. This happened in January. They caught him, I want to say, the end of February. So we got weeks. And then guess what? He's still trying to get people to call me, thinking I'm finna meet up with him. Although you just came through a window. We had a whole police chase, a case and everything. But what? I guess some people might say, well, you know, you talked to him before. But I'm like, nah, hell no, y'all crazy. You just touched my mom. So anyway, that's that. You can't be you can't be. And then now I got children involved too. So that's the children, cruising the children case. Because him coming through the house acting a fool in front of children, jumping on their grandma and stuff like that, that is cruelty to children. So that's my cruelty to children case. That's what mine was about. So Now I know it's a new one out there. I look, I don't know nothing about that. That's crazy. I'm trying to figure it out myself. I'm with the popcorn myself because I've been with, you know, you lay down with somebody like 10 years, you're like, wow, wow. You know what I'm saying? Not that it was, just never seen that side like that. Like, you know, what the charges are now. So I'm waiting for the adjudication on that situation. So anyway, he ended up going to, I'm sorry, that's how that story good. They end up catching him. And you know how the marshals called him because he thought he was going to meet me at a Kmart. He thought me and the kids going to meet him. After coming to the window, acting a whole fool, that's how they caught him. I was the bait. So I met him. I didn't meet him, I'm sorry. He thought he was going to meet me. Because he kept calling, you know, family members, and they would let me know, we want to talk to you, he missed you and the killer. I know, I'm not talking back to you. You know what I'm saying? You crazy. So, they end up catching him in the Kmart, and so he did his time. And it's mandatory time with a TP, you know, with a PTO. Is it PTO? POT? Okay, anyway. Restraining order. How about that? RTO? Okay, yeah. You want your TPO. I have to say it like that. So, get one. It's strong. They don't get out like they get out if there was just it's a whole different thing. It's a federal offense when they break that. The judge said, I told you, do not go around. Now, your little happy butt don't need to be hopping over there to go and see them either. So it's not. You look so disrespectful, and I'm just talking from my own experience, and I'm talking about just what, you know, me having to, you know, give myself and dignity back together because they're looking at me like, what you want? Okay, so I used it. I attended every court date, and let me know that I was not going to be with this person, and that I filed for my divorce. I filed for my divorce by myself. I went down to the legal library and I put it in the paper. Put it in paper. Yep, I put it in the paper. That's called serving them publicly. So I don't know why people act like they can't never get a divorce. I'm trying to get it. I can't find them. You ain't got to find nobody. It's everybody's. It's every citizen's responsibility to read your paper, your local. You know what I'm saying? Editorials, you know what I'm saying? That's on you. So if you don't know that somebody's serving you because you don't read the paper, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I did my divorce. I filed it myself. It ran in the paper for like, it had to run the paper for 30 days. And it, so I basically got divorced while he was out there running away from the police. My divorce was being final. And it didn't cost that much money. And you filed your own paperwork, you know. And you know, that's it. It don't cost no $1,500 or $1,600. You can't tell me what you ain't got. You know what I'm saying? You can get a divorce from somebody. It takes a little reading. That's all. Y'all don't want to read. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's my story. I hope it helps somebody how to move forward. But the current situation right now is that Leon went on to jail. While in jail, he met a girl named Tanya, and they got married. And that's the case that's going on right now. Now that her daughter is dead, and they both are in jail right now, waiting on a trial date about murder for her daughter. So I don't know what's going on. And people who want to really be nosy, yes, I do get called by the sheriffs and stuff like that down there in Richmond County where he at, but they don't really. They just ask me questions like, do I know certain people that he was affiliated with? Because you got to mind you, I was married to him 10 years, where he was only married to her like outside the jail, probably like, I don't know, 6 months or something. So their time wasn't long, you know what I mean? So when they have questions, they ask me, because this is where they found him at, up here, back in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Riding around, acting crazy. They do the weirdest stuff. That's some weird people, boy. All right, so as I wrap this video up, I appreciate you all watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Also want to shout out RIP LaTanya Carwell, who was the victim in the case going on right now. And I pray for justice in that case. Also, RIP my mom. She did finish her degree. Yay! Before she died, and she was clean. So and like I said, it helped me with my healing. So I always try to find your healing, okay? And those are my degrees. So I have my associates and my bachelor's, and I bought a home. So I do kind of good without without somebody. So anyway, That's what I basically want to say. And also, you want to follow that case, go to coc.augusta.com. Okay, it's gonna be in the link at the bottom. Okay, coc.augusta.com, and you can keep up, so you don't have to deal with lies or rumors of things that's going on. You can log in, put the names in, and you'll see. You can follow the case. Okay, so you won't think that I'm coming with my biased way or no one else coming up with their colorful way. Understand what I'm saying? It's, so that our own stuff be true, and let's say my people perish for the lack of knowledge, meaning that you gotta look up stuff. Okay, but I love y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, and I appreciate you. And it's straight. Check my promo. Also, I have an online business, Straight from the K LLC. So shop with your girl. And all summer long, I ain't wearing no bra. Summer long, I ain't wearing no drawers. Stomach out and my weave is long. All summer long, my ass is fat and my locks swing down my back. Can't nobody tell me shit. Why? 'Cause I don't give a fuck. You can hate me, you can try. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you, bye.